With the anticipation of the new 1.1 update upon us, I decided to go over the Devblog that just dropped this morning on March 20th and show you guys what they have in store for us. So I'm not going to be going over everything word for word. I'm just going to be skimming through and showing you the important things. I did want to preface that I did beta test and I won't be leaking anything. So some of these things won't be a surprise to me. But I will say that there's a lot in store for us and we'll be getting into it with this Devblog here. So the first thing to show are the claws. As you can see, this is how they look on your character. This is the auto attack animation, and they have a rupture or a puncture passive like thing to the autos. So these do around like 205% in total with the puncture triggered physical damage. But you need to do it takes like 3 stacks to get max puncture to get the proc. But luckily the Q, which is the skewering leap, as you can see, leap to a target direction or target location, dealing 100% physical damage, inflicts puncture. So it's 2 stacks if you do 1 rotation of autos plus the Q. So the leap is a E, sorry, and it applies 1 stack of puncture, and the Q is just this little leap that it shows. And that's how you look when you Goomba stomp someone with the jump. And the next weapon is the twin blades, or kind of like a glaive. Dual bladed staff that is pretty dope. It has a double attack primary, which gives you 60-80% physical damage on your primary attacks, which is a little bit less than a greatsword. So the auto damage is pretty good. The greatsword is 70-70-80, and the glaive is 60-60-80 with a 0.1 faster cast time. So the new primary attack on the twin glaives might be worth considering. So the next thing is the javelin. So you toss down a javelin in a small AoE. It does 125% damage and it snares for 1.5 seconds, and it recalls automatically if you don't recast, and it'll do 80% physical damage. But if you do recast, you will pull yourself towards the initial starting point, and it will cancel the recast damage pullback thing. And the other ability is the sweeping strike. Has a 0.4 cast time, and it just does 100% physical damage, and it knocks the enemy that you hit up. Next is the throwing daggers, one of the new weapons as well. So it's dual wielded kunais, and they leave little daggers on the ground. So each dagger does 40% physical damage, and it stacks up to 4 times. You gain a stack every second, and one of the abilities is you leap backwards like an iframe and you throw out 4 daggers, and it gives you a 2-second snare, and they stay on the ground for 8 seconds. And the other ability is a pullback, so it pulls all the daggers that are on the ground towards your character, and if they're on top of you, that little circle AoE shows you that that's like the range of the snare that does a 1.5 snare. So you can combo that for good damage. Very, like, it's a decent like solo wielding weapon, not something you really want to switch off and on to. You kind of just want to like main that weapon if you're going to use them. And they also added coatings, so you can imbue your weapon with a certain element that does extra bonus damage and applies an element. And they They have a 15-second cooldown, and it's like a buff that gives you 60 minutes, sorry. So 1 hour of the coating buff. And so you see the storm coating gives you 50% electric damage, and the blood coating gives you 75% magical damage, vamp curse, and inflicts a leech as well. And it also spawns a blood orb, so it has a really good value and good damage for the blood one. They also want to show off a couple of artifacts that they've been working on. So not necessarily new artifacts, I don't know yet, but they are doing cosmetics on the models. So don't know if you'll have to buy it or not. I'm pretty sure you don't, but they're changing how the new artifacts work to give them some more uniqueness to each one. So you can see the Hand of Winter, it looks really awesome. Also the spear looks super cool, it looks like a trident. And the red twins are some bloody axes that look awesome as well. Sorry, I need to turn this audio off. So the Reaper also looks really sick. It's like a bone scythe. I haven't seen these at all, so these look really sick. The Apocalypse looks really cool too. Has like an eye and it's glowing in purple. That one looks really cool. I don't know if they're gonna do it for every single weapon. It says each artifact will have a unique. We aren't going to spoil them all immediately. Okay. So that is pretty cool devlog so far. If you guys haven't like played the game in a while and you want to get back into it, I would recommend, like, if you're going to play whatsoever, just go into V Arena or not play the game if you don't want to practice in V Arena, just to keep it fresh when you come back to the game. I believe it's going to be very fun, and I'm excited to see what's in store for the next coming update and the next coming devlogs as well. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are excited as I am, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.